Kasumi Yoshizawa is waifu material. A newcomer to the Phantom Thieves, making her first appearance in Persona 5 Royal.
Then I won't stop you, since I'm not a member of the Phantom Thieves.
What? Oh, I scratched that. Just like Joker, she's also a transfer student to Shujin Academy, but in the first year. She's also the newest confidant with a key role in the latter part of the game. Just a warning for massive spoilers for Persona 5 Royal. If you're ready to go, then here are my 10 reasons why Kasumi Yoshizawa is waifu material.
With my special guest, Kasumi!
Starting out with her appearance, Kasumi is pretty tall for her age, coming up to about 5'4", just an inch below the tallest girls Makoto and An. Kasumi has a very slim frame which fits very well with her sport. Now what really catches our eyes is her luscious long red hair. She's the only redhead in the group, actually the entire game. She can either be seen wearing her hair straight down or at other times she ties it up as a ponytail with a bright red bow. Personally, I think this one looks better. She has a very fair complexion that really shows off the rest of her features. A small round face consisting of a tiny nose and pink lips. She also has bold red eyes with well-detailed eyelashes, a type of classical Japanese beauty similar to Makoto. Let's quickly go over her attire.
We don't do that here.
Just like Joker, she tends to wear her uniform with little to no modification, most of the time. Her casual summer outfit consists of a slight retro look, bringing back that polka dot look. Looking cool, Kasumi! While her winter outfit is a glaring red overcoat with black tights, a very sophisticated look for such a young lady. In the English version of the game, Kasumi is voiced by Laura Post, who notably voices R4N from Neptunia and Nozomi in Love Live. Now, Kasumi has this gentle manner of speaking, generally accompanied by a higher pitched tone.
Hi everybody!
It's so cute! In many places, but particularly in Japan, a high-pitched tone of voice can be perceived to be more polite and cute in general. If you want to go even higher in pitch, you'll want to go with her Japanese voice actress, who strangely enough also voiced Aqua in Konosuba. Quite a contrast, isn't it? I generally like Kasumi's English voice more just because I'm used to it. During the Hawaii trip, it proceeds just like in the original game, but in the last minute, we hear a familiar voice.
Hello? Senpai!
Now here's the Japanese version, which makes more sense.
Konnichi. Wah!
Both cute regardless. As a school athlete, Kasumi has an incredibly fast metabolism which keeps her fit and strong for her sport.
I have to eat this much to stay active. I always burn through everything I eat.
Probably explains why she's so tall for her age as well. You know she's a big eater when she brings a packed lunch good enough for maybe 3 people. It seems that she's also a decent cook as she probably prepares all these meals by herself.
Yes. From my point of view, it's your 2 lunches that are the issue here.
What's sweet is, during Valentine's, she even handmade our chocolate gift. And don't forget that time she made us a meal to enjoy together. Though there were a few setbacks, she mentions that she tends to season food lightly. But strangely enough, in this one she went for maximum curry flavor. It wasn't bad or anything, it just so happens to be a flavor that we're probably tired of. She was quick to offer to fix it, but anything made by Kasumi is just fine with me. Kasumi can really dance. You can tell that dancing comes natural to Kasumi, and it's an important way of expressing herself. When selecting an ability during battle, she would shout out,
Let's dance!
Towards the end of the Shujin School Festival event, Kasumi invites us into the school gym. Normally in this part, we would have the student sharing moment, but this time the dance club brings some extra energy to the party. Kasumi of course invites us to partake in the dancing festivity. While watching, we can see Kasumi gingerly dancing, before bursting into a full-on dance. Oh my god, so cute. We even get a little peek at Joker's sick dance moves.
Very impressive, Senpai.
This is interrupted by one of the event organizers asking her for a favor. Next thing we know, she's right in the spotlight. What follows next is Kasumi dancing by herself with such grace. Leaving us and everyone else speechless. She would definitely be a perfect addition as a DLC character in Persona 5 Dancing in Starlight. Atlus, please make it happen. Just like when she brought us lunch, we can always see Kasumi doing kind things for others. During our initial encounters with her, a child let go of their balloon. Kasumi's lightning-quick reflexes allowed her to jump up and catch it before it got away. During one of the confidant ranks, she took us along on her shopping spree, bringing us along specifically to help her choose eyeglasses frames for her father. In addition to this, she has the habit of apologizing for everything.
Oh, I'm sorry to make you go first. I'm also so sorry for what happened the other day. I'm so sorry.
Especially her busted up smartphone.
It shut down. Sorry, my smartphone's been acting up lately.
Well, I know what I'm getting her for Christmas. You definitely know that she's constantly thinking about others and that her heart is in the right place. We just wish she would give herself more loving once in a while. More on that later on. As I played the game and watched all this dialogue with Kasumi, one thought has crossed my mind. Man, she's so formal and respectful.
Please, take my seat. My station's coming up. Thank you for bringing me here.
As the youngest one in the group, yes, even younger than Futaba, it is natural for her to want to give respect to her senpais.
Senpai!
Despite the other members telling her no need for the honorifics, she still does it out of habit. This respect is shown to anyone, even rude people who don't deserve it.
Talk about it somewhere?
Thank you for your concern. You'd excuse me?
Thankfully, we were able to intervene. With this level of respect, she's the perfect waifu to introduce to your parents.
If I had one!
Sojiro will do.
Ooh boy.
Dad!
Speaking of parents, she even introduced us to her dad. And he's wearing the glasses we picked for him.
My daughter talks about you all the time.
Dad! Not all the time!
Is that not so?
Whoa. Did I just have a change of heart? Now I remember. Revealing the biggest plot point with this waifu. The initial character we meet is not truly Kasumi. Kasumi is actually the name of her late older sister, while her real name is actually Sumire.
They played us like a damn fiddle!
She's the younger twin and often classifies herself as the inferior one. Kasumi's life was tragically ended while trying to save Sumire from a car accident. Unfortunately, an accident Sumire caused. Unable to cope with the feelings of regret, she assumed the role of Kasumi through the use of Dr. Maruki's powers. As Sumire, she could never forget her darling sister, and often praises Kasumi as being the perfect sister, claiming that Kasumi was better than her at school, gymnastics, and making decisions. It's only at the end that Sumire finally realizes that she was the inspiration for Kasumi's brilliance. On a positive note, despite the curry incident, Sumire is actually a better cook.
Now that I think about it, I'm not any good at cooking. I don't know why I said those things earlier. My younger sister's the one who was really great at it.
Switching gears, the opening sequence of Persona 5 Royal has taught us that Sumire can really fight. In a situation where Joker was surrounded by 6 enemies, Oracle bluntly stated the situation to be too much for him to handle alone.
You can't take on this many.
Violet then steps into the picture, launching her sword at one of them, and then with one hand, using her shotgun to take out 2 of them with style. Easily cutting down their forces by half, just like that. Turns out she does join the Phantom Thieves after all, but much later in the game. Overall, she's a pretty good fighter, focused on blast type skills. Her Metaverse outfit has a Zoro type feel to it. Covered in all black, she wears a leotard wrapped with a silver rose chain attached to her scabbard. On her legs, she wears thigh-high leggings and stilettos. On top of the leotard, a bolero jacket that has long tailcoats, plus red gloves to match her hair.
Would you?
Actually, now that I think about it, her costume is strangely similar to Joker's. Coincidence? You be the judge. In everyday life, Sumire is an honor student athlete, specifically in gymnastics. All she does is practice, practice, practice. Each confident interaction with Sumire generally ends in an intense training session, giving us some extra HP. In her most recent competition, she placed 3rd, which wasn't good enough for the school. Normally, she's a very talented gymnast, but we just caught her at a bad time. At one point, she opened up that she's trying to overcome a slump by whatever means. Whether it be simple rituals like visiting the stadium, superstitious charms, and even distracting herself with baseball. Man, she can't hit anything. Of course, we later learn that the slump is mainly due to her trying to be someone she's not. This dream of being a professional gymnast is not hers alone. Formed together with her late sister Kasumi, she always refers to it as our dream, and vows to never give up for both of their sakes. At the very end of her confidant ranks, she learns about the importance of confidence and letting her own creativity flow, giving us a graceful showcase.
Thank you for watching.
This impresses her coach, who affirms the improvement from just being herself and not pretending to be Kasumi. I also think her gymnastics outfit is really cute. It's laden in shiny silver streaks and comes in this beautiful shade of violet, or should I say, Sumire.
You two are cute together.
Later in the story, Sumire starts warming up to Joker. As a shy introvert, she really has a tendency to get ahead of herself and misinterpret simple statements as romantic advances.
What?
Such as the time when we complimented her dress. You can already tell she totally digs us. When she goes beet red, which just adds to her cuteness factor. Towards the end of her confidant rankings, while at LeBlanc, we get the most bold yet cutest confession I've ever seen in a Persona game. Usually the girls are subtle and ask you with a suggestive question, giving you a chance to reject them or not. With Sumire, she flat out shot first.
I love you.
And honestly, I just couldn't say no to her. It's really cute how she panics and mixes up her words. After her words, all she wants is for us to just look at her,
I'm so embarrassed.
making her red as a tomato. Later that evening when she calls you, you can imagine her voice cracking up and stuttering due to her shyness.
Will you hold me tight, like before?
She often openly mentions how the thought of you and her makes her heart feel like she's about to explode. But on the other hand, with your eyes on her, she feels like she's able to achieve anything.
I love you, Senpai. Now and forever.
So what do you think? Would you take off your glasses for her? Be sure to leave a like and comment if you agree that Sumire Yoshizawa is waifu material. And be sure to check out my other Persona 5 waifu videos as well.